Hi everyone, welcome to the video. My name is Jan, one of the digital ambassadors, and I'm studying in the master's program of Bioentrepreneurship at KI. In today's video, I just wanted to, reflect on my studies so far. I've been studying in the program for 1.5 years now, and starting next week, we'll be starting our thesis semester. So I think this will be a good opportunity to do that. And also, because right now the application period is still open, just wanted to maybe also, through my experience, give you guys kind of like an idea what to expect if you apply for this program specifically. To give you all a bit of context, the program of Bioentrepreneurship is a program that is maybe a bit out of the ordinary in terms of what Karolinska normally offers. So it's not a natural science program at all. It's more an economics and business program. What we are going to learn, or what we learned in the past, is more about management and business administration, project management, product development, and marketing. These kind of things that are very far off from basically what we have been doing previously, so either in our bachelor's or for me in medicine. I think this is also one of the biggest challenge when it comes to starting the program, is to transition away from, like purely 100% logical thinking, where you learn a lot of facts and everything is very scientific, naturally, like in a natural science way, to where the theory is very fluffy and it's very human-based studies, if that makes sense. During the past 1.5 years, I definitely learned a lot about business administration, how to run a biotech company, medtech company, or how, for example, the research phase is structured for drug development and all these kind of things. And I think what has been really good is the fact that we are taught at different unis. So we had courses in different locations, and this means for example, that we had courses at the technical university, and they were very, very theoretical in a good way, because they were putting a lot of good information and models and theories into a course that is very well curated towards people like us who have like a more scientific background. And then on the other hand side, Karolinska obviously has its more life science focused courses as well. So this was a good combination to kind of dive into, well, the world of life sciences from a business perspective. So like one of the highlights I would say are the simulations that we did. So for example, we came to class and then had to compete against each other. So it's always fun to, kind of gamify learning, and then just try to build your mock business and try to understand what makes a business great, purely from a numerical perspective as well. And also the biggest program or the biggest course we had in the past is product development combined with market analysis. So we were basically working on one idea more or less for a whole semester. So that part was really hands-on and practical, although of course it is still a master's program, and I think it's also something I have to remind myself constantly that, well, it's not, you're not running a company, or nor are you part of a company. It's really still about, to some degree, I mean, it has to be about getting the credits and learning the stuff. So, and especially considering that we have such a diverse background, people come from all over the world, this can be challenging as well, both for the lecturers, but also for us to work as a team and trying to learn together. Also, maybe talking about challenges in general, I think what has been quite challenging for me is the transition from, well, natural science to social science, and be okay with not knowing, and in terms of not having the certainty a model will just be a model. It's not fully adaptable to real life anyways. This has been quite hard for me to kind of grasp, and I'll be honest, during some courses I just didn't understand why we were learning it, because it seemed so obvious, but in the end a lot of the most obvious things are the things that are lacking in the real world. At least that is my experience. So this has been quite good and a good learning for me. And also what has been quite challenging, but also very beautiful in itself, is the fact that we're so multinational. I think the fact that people have a different kind of work ethic or mindset, or approach to things in general really puts a mirror in front of me to see, okay, how am I able to deal with different type of personalities? And especially because I think, in work life that comes after this program, it will be just like that. You won't be able to choose with whom you'll be working. But it sounds so negative, but I think it has been a good learning for me to understand how to deal with these kind of situations. And definitely I would say that I came out stronger from this program already. And of course, talking about a program, one always has to mention, and what other students from other programs are always a bit envious of us, is the fact that we have so many practical placements. Of course, the practical placement can be a hit or miss, right? So, but nonetheless, I would say most of the people get to explore what they want or understand what they don't want to do later on in work life. So this is a really, really hands-on and unique opportunity to do that within the curriculum of the course. So that is definitely a big plus for the program and something I benefited from a lot. Maybe just to conclude my reflection, the current changes on the website, the introductory sentence on our program can be quite interesting to kind of sum up the program and my reflection. It reads, the program includes courses addressing the central themes of how to manage and develop life science companies, and is mostly directed to a future career working in already existing companies or organizations. This is quite interesting because I think a lot of my classmates, including myself, applied with maybe the wrong thinking that through a master's program one will be prepared for life as an entrepreneur. I think it's a bit ironic that the program is called Bioentrepreneurship, although entrepreneurship, to my understanding, is a bit different. But nonetheless, I think it's just also good that I learned over the time that, well, in terms of if I want to start a business, it's really up to me and not up to a program to prepare me for anything. And this is definitely, I think, a fallacy that a lot of people have. So this also kind of answers the question for whom this program is for. So right now, my classmates, most of them have a biomedical background and are more looking in a way to transition, meaning they don't want to work in the laboratory environment as researchers, but rather in the business side, and kind of combine their skills and experience from that part. Me personally, I have a medical background, so it's kind of similar that I don't really want to continue working as a doctor, but rather on the business side, because I think that's where I can create more value. I think for me, I concluded that the reason I'm studying this program is not to become an entrepreneur, but rather to create value through my doing. And also my personal opinion is that one shouldn't strive for being an entrepreneur to begin with. It's kind of like saying that you want to be famous or rich. It's very egocentric and egoistic, but rather to see what value you can create for the society. And I think within life sciences, this value can be very huge and very direct. This is something that motivates me to finish this program and also continue within the life science industry. Most people are intending to basically transition towards the business sides, and a lot of people are looking into marketing and sales, but also like more fluffier topics of business development or also investments, working for a VC or some other kind of funding organization that support this life science industry. Also, I think, or I hope that more or less half of all the people that are studying with me are going to stay here in Sweden or in Stockholm, and the other half is probably going to move back home. For them, the program has been more or less a 2 years adventure, and now they want to go back home to create value in their own proximity of home. Anyway, this video is a brief reflection of my study so far. Of course, look up all the videos and all the other social media channels we have, and also the blogs for more information from our student side, and for more formal and admissions related information, you are more than welcome to look it up on the official website. And that's it for my side. Have a good one. See you in the next video.